You have no idea how many people in Switzerland find themselves forced at some point to sell the home they worked so hard to buy. If you're a homeowner in Switzerland too, watch this video until the end because it can really make a difference. My goal, of course, isn't to spread fear, but to raise awareness about a very important topic that not everyone talks about and that's often really underestimated. When you buy a house in Switzerland, a sustainability calculation is made based on the current income you earn. The problem is that the sustainability calculation isn't done at the current rate, which might be around 1.5 or 1.7% for a 10-year fix. The problem is that it's fixed at a theoretical rate of 5.5% or 6%. And why is that? Because if rates were to rise in the future, you must always have the ability to sustain this debt. And this is where pension analysis comes into play. In fact, at the time of retirement, so at the age of 65, the average income received in a pension is 60% compared to the previous one. Consequently, with 60% of your salary, you can well imagine that you'll no longer be able to cope with the same type of debt as when you had a full salary. Many people underestimate this point. They reach retirement age and the bank tells them they have to sell the house because they can no longer afford that mortgage. At that point, then, there are two solutions: sell the house or pay in more capital, so further amortizing the debt, clearly if you have the possibility. But this still isn't an optimal choice, because having a very high-value house with a very small debt makes no sense because you have a lot of tied-up liquidity that you could instead use for retirement. So, if you didn't do it when you bought your house and you're listening to this video, talk to an expert right away to do a pension analysis, to find out what projected income awaits you in retirement, understand exactly to the penny what the gaps are, but above all, make an adequate plan to fill them.